Now, as you may have heard, Twitch came out with Twitch soundtrack quite a while ago, and I actually retweeted and everything. And I thought this looks really cool. Soundtrack, you know, it's in the name. It's going to be some music that we can use. Obviously, at the moment, you can see I use, you know, Alpha Gaming, Harry Sellers stuff, Streambeats. It works fine. It's really good, but it'd be nice to have some competitors to it, and especially something that's put out by themselves. So, you know, pretty much, you know, they know what they're talking about. But I'm not 100% sure that is exactly what it should be, really. You know, you read this and you go, introducing soundtrack, rights cleared music, great. Stream worry free, great. Join the beta list. So that's what I did. Why not? You know, you go on the website, you see this, download here, blah blah blah, and you kind of, you know what? When I first did it, obviously this is what I did. I first skipped over it. Stream worry free. I was kind of, you know, you look at the head titles, highly curated music library, and you look at all this and you go, you know what? I actually have to pay for some of this stuff normally, so getting all this free, and it's gonna be, you know, worry free. Why not? And then just before the beta, I get an email saying, you know, you're in. But as that happens, exactly the same, well, similar timing, we start to get all this stuff with the DMCA stuff and the notice of takedowns on people's VODs and stuff like that. And so, okay, there's even more reason now for me to... I was doing it anyway. I was always, as I say, I was listening to Streambeats, so it's absolutely fine anyway. But even more reason now for me to think, you know what? Maybe I'll check this out. So I checked it out. And I thought, before I start, I installed it all and everything. I thought just before I, you know, actually start using it and start putting it out there and trying out this beta, because obviously with SLOBS as well, you have to use a different version of it and stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. But either way, I thought, you know what, we'll give it a go, because, you know, it's music that's you know, going to be passed through fine until you actually read it. Now this is where the problems really start. We know how important the music is to your creative process, no problem. And then it does say stream worry free here, which is fine. Get a vast music library, great. I even listened to some of it, actually sounded fine. I was like, yep, this sounds pretty good. Music from soundtrack is separated into its own audio channel. You can play music on stream without worrying about your archives being muted or receiving strikes. So I'm like, but why? Why would it need to? Why would that need to happen? Like, why would you need to do that? If it's, you know, like copyright. Well, I thought in my head, obviously, copyright free, rights cleared to me. For some reason, it triggered that same, you know, response. Copyright free. So, you know, you've got all these artists here, and you're thinking, actually, looking at it, there's some pretty big names, and you're thinking, actually, is that copyright free? And then that made me dig a little bit deeper to have a look around and put something like Twitch soundtrack in. So first I watched this video. I'll be honest, it wasn't that much of a help. And normally, obviously his videos are really good, and I listen to his music as well, so nothing against it. But I think obviously he just made it to say, you know what, it's a good competition, it's good to have it, or it's good to increase the amount of people listening to non-copyright stuff, great. Whereas it was actually this video by Devin Nash that was actually the big help on this, and I definitely recommend it. And I'll probably leave links to it. But it really did just outline that this is not what it might be on the face of it. When you set it up properly, it will record onto a different track, which then does not go onto your VODs and does not go onto your clips and stuff like that. So it does do that, as it says there, but because of that, the music that it's actually using is not completely copyright free. And so not all of the licenses have been purchased by Twitch itself, so you can't actually guarantee that you will not get DMCA'd from playing it. So everything that you think it is, well, I thought it was. I don't know. It may be that you know, I've looked at it completely wrongly, but everything that I thought it was, it really wasn't. And so it's a little bit of a disappointment, but maybe it's a step, you know, of things to come. Maybe they'll purchase the extra licenses that they need in order to do that. But as he goes on to say in this video as well, it is unlikely that you'll get DMCA'd from a live viewing, and so it probably will get rid of it. But well, for your live stuff. But I wouldn't use this in any of your videos or anything. I wouldn't count on it immediately, you know, wiping out all claims ever. But it is less likely to happen just on live things, unless you've got, like, you know, like premium football game, like premium sports games and stuff like that, or premium events that that you haven't got any rights to. Then yeah, then you're probably going to get caught for it. But otherwise, this probably will be okay. But it's not the solution that, you know, you're hoping for, and especially it's a bit of a kick in the teeth, especially when last month Facebook Gaming get some of their partners copyright music and actually pay for it all, so they can actually play it. So the irony is they could probably use this thing for most of the tracks and be absolutely fine, whereas it's a little bit different with this. But this is the actual thing. I signed up here. This is it. Soundtrack by Twitch beta, blah blah blah, and I've got the actual thing here. It is going to say here it's having troubles connecting. It's because I haven't opened the other software that's needed. You have to open some other software, and I'm not even going to play the music on here. That's, you know, there's no point. I don't have the other software open that you can add another. It's like add another source, and it's a soundtrack source, but it doesn't play through that immediately now. I've noticed when I try it. I don't know whether it's something I'm doing wrong on that side, but I will probably try this out at some point and load up the actual experimental build of Streamlabs OBS that I need to, and yeah, and see how it goes. I think so. I'm gonna stick with Streambeats for now, to be honest with you, and any other non-copyright stuff that comes out. But hey, if you've got any suggestions of your own, then let us know. And yeah, hopefully this helps clear up a little bit of it. As I say, watch that video as well. It will definitely help with all the more of the intricacies of it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching either way.